Yo.
What's up?
Just giving the chat a pep talk about respect. Had to ban somebody. It was good.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
My chat has decided that rather than stopping harassing female streamers, they're going to harass male streamers to counterbalance.
Wait, is it the solution to not harass anybody?
I think they found it easier that rather than breaking their bad habits, they're just gonna double up and just harass everybody.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't say I support it, but I guess it's better than nothing, right?
I mean, at least it won't look like, you know, they only have one preference, right? So it's okay.
It's kind of like there was this meme a few years ago. You wouldn't know about this because you're not an American, so you don't need to worry about equipping everybody with firearms. But it was like when there were school shootings, they said just arm the kindergartners.
Oh my god.
And, yeah, just take them through like firearm training. So
why are people like this, guys?
Yeah, well. Sad reality, but it also I think it was Sacha Baron Cohen who came up with this concept. Let me just put
I know very little about American politics, but yeah, it's every time I look it seems like something is.
We had another shooting last night, so that was good. This one seems smaller though so far, what I saw.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow.
Could you say thoughts and prayers? Just say thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Okay, good. Yeah, that'll bring everybody peace. Very good.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean...
Now, as far as today's collab.
Yes.
You said that you wanted to get some new opening ideas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, so talk to me. What's up?
What's up? Okay, so I mean, obviously you've come out with a lot of Caro Kann videos on your YouTube, and I was wondering which one is like your least favorite to play against.
Yes, sure. Well, first of all, I have to invite you to an analysis board.
Yeah.
So now, are you preparing openings for something specifically, or are you
maybe playing against you in the future?
Okay. That completely changes what I plan to show today. I will not show you what No, I'll show you the line that I use when I play e4.
Okay.
Which I frankly think is the most challenging for the Karo-Kann, like for classical time control.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to like have a second or third weapon, that's good also. Have you started like digging at other things or just the Karo-Kann?
I started digging at other things. I recently picked up the Grunfeld, looked over a bunch of like Paulson lines, just trying to like get my entire repertoire sort of up to date. Yeah.
Wait, Paulson with
Paulson is with white, Grunfeld was with black.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're looking at lines. Okay, so you're still gonna stick to open Sicilian. Okay. Yeah, e4 c5, I mean I play mostly garbage against it. Whenever I go back to tournaments, I'll probably just mess around with the Sicilian defense if I play e4. But
right, you're going back to Las Vegas, National Open in Las Vegas in June.
Yeah, I'm very much debating whether I want to stick to e4 there or stick to what I used to play. But if every game I would get Karo-Kann with white, I would just play e4 every game because so d4, d5, and what do you right now you play e5?
Yeah, I play the advanced line.
Okay, so if they play bishop f5, what do you do?
Just knight to f3.
Like this.
Yeah, castle. I remember like knight to d2 ideas, a4, a5, knight d2, maybe knight to e1. Just play those structures. Yeah.
Yeah. So like this is a very professional variation, like the positional clamp, and
it's classical chess style. Yep, I need to change it a little bit.
Okay, so you should play against this. There's the Mikhail Tal variation. So h4.
Oh.
Play it like so move. You can. It's like Thanos.
Yeah,
when
it's like putting your hand to it. Yeah, exactly.
So this move, I think I win like 80% of my games. because so at its very core, the idea is that if black plays the move e6, just naturally following up, you just go here, and the bishop is trapped.
Got it. Yeah.
So here f3, here h5, and
can't wait to beat some people in bullet with this. Just straight out of the opening, just
well,
trick them.
You're like 2600 bullets, so something tells me they won't be pre-moving e6, but
one can hope.
Against if people watching this are like 1700 and below, there is a legitimate chance that yeah, you get like e6. But the thing is, with black, you get caught with it once, and then obviously the other main line is c5. What do you do against c5?
I just take.
Okay, knight c6. You just play the old main line.
Yeah.
F3, bishop g4.
Everything is just. Actually, I'm not even sure to play here. Is that c3?
You don't know your line on move 6?
No, I don't. I just play bishop e3 or c3, and I just hope for the best.
Okay, yeah, this is.
Or bishop to b5 is also.
Yeah, but yeah, there's bishop b5. It's like a combination of a few moves. The thing is that like the best move order here with white is it's probably just equal for black. Like black will sacrifice a pawn somehow, but I'll show you something against that. But yeah, let's just go with h4 first. So h4, what looks like black's most natural move?
h5.
Yeah, so h5 is what you'll face the most because people really don't want to let you go g4.
Yeah.
Like, it's just annoying. So we'll look at h5 first. Here you have two options. So the classical approach here is you just kind of accept the fact that you have a good square here, and then you just trade off the light squared bishop. So play bishop d3.
Okay.
They take.
Queen takes.
Yeah, and now they have to go e6 because if they don't go e6, you will go e6 yourself. That's the whole point. But there's one more line, which is queen a5 check, and you can play like knight d2, for example, or bishop d2. I think the line actually is knight d2, so you can like prepare c4. And it basically goes like for example, bishop d2, queen a6. Like they try to trade your queen.
Right. I should probably not trade it, right?
No, well, you go e6 now.
Oh, okay, right. You just destroyed black's pawn structure totally, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really weird line where you basically double your pawns, but because black has to, their king is out, and then there's really big weaknesses on these two squares, like something like this. This is a really wacky.
This is one crazy endgame, I can already guess. There's double pawns. Yeah. Isolated double pawns on the d file, and black just has a bunch of weak squares on e5 and g5, so
you have like this idea.
A lot to play for.
You can castle queenside, double up on the e file. I had a game against the Iranian grandmaster Amin Tabatabai, and we played like 15 moves of like theory, and then for some reason I was winning. Like I didn't know what I did, and then all of a sudden but
I mean, the dude's pretty strong, so like.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why I was like, oh well, I mean, if I can beat him, like it's a boost of confidence. Like you'll beat some strong GMs just getting to this position, and it's really imbalanced. So you have to have like that tactical feel for the position. But
absolutely.
So queen a5 is one thing. If they just play e6, basically the way what I like to do here is like knight f3, put something on g5 like the bishop, castle, knight d2, and c4, or c4 b3, knight c3. So that could be in a variety of different move orders. Like you could play knight c3, knight e7. They're gonna go for this square, and like white is always slightly better in these positions. Like if black does this, like you this is obviously not the problem.
Yeah, just rook b1 and then take on b7.
Yeah, and then the way I like to play this is just expanding on the queen side, because they're never gonna get rid of this.
Right. Because f6 doesn't look like it's going to be played anytime soon, yeah.
f6, you can... So the thing about f6 is you can even just back up.
Okay.
And they've taken away more squares from themselves. If they take, you can take. You will just stockpile on the e-file. This is really, really bad for black.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is just already, like, lost yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just looking very lost. I mean, like... The only other thing black can really play apart from f6, right, is just to go long castle, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and then and then you just play like a4, etc.
a4, yeah, b4. Okay, then we just go for the pawn storm on the queen side. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, what will end up happening if you play this a lot in Blitz is you'll be completely winning in a lot of games. You might lose because that's chess, but you will get better or winning positions like I said, like 80% of your games. And then basically, but we haven't even gotten to the fun part. So h4, h5, bishop d3 is like the classical, like that's the main line. But this is my favorite line. And bishop g5. So you just prevent e6. And if they play f6, you just now you're like, you're so dumb.
Yeah.
You weakened your light squares. But if they play queen b6, now is where you have to memorize some stuff. So you play bishop d3.
Oh, right. I think we played this line before, actually.
Yeah,
there's a whole queen takes b2.
Yeah. So play bishop d3.
Okay.
Now
muscle memory.
This is where you have to just remember your prep. There's really no other no other way about it. So if they take, they have to go e6, and if they do go e6, you just go back to the old stuff. So you just play like knight d2, knight f3, c4.
Right.
But
and they take on b2.
Yeah, they take on b2. What do you play?
Well, there is queen to c3, which guarantees I don't lose the a1 rook right now. But I think maybe there's also like queen to b3. I'm not actually sure here.
They haven't played a certain move, so you have to play it.
They haven't played e6 yet.
Yeah, so you have to play
e6. Okay.
Yeah, you just completely give the rook away.
All right, I like this.
So, like I said, here you basically have to memorize some lines, but the general gist is like, what can they take? Or maybe they play f6. I've lost a few games here where I've had like +9 positions because I didn't remember my prep.
Oh god, yeah, that's a mood. I've been there, done that. Yep.
Now you have to go queen b3. You're not taking with check. You actually leave the pawn here.
Okay.
Because they're going to spend a full tempo taking it at some point, and that will block their development. Taking is very bad in this line. It's okay in the other line, but in this line it's bad. So then
I mean, you're down a rook, so
yeah,
gotta go for initiative.
Yes. Now there's some line you don't even like. This is like a fake threat. So if you plug this into the computer at first, it starts basically telling you that you're an idiot and this is terrible. Like black will just play b5. But you play knight f3, and now the queen is trapped.
Okay.
So the queen has no moves because it can't take on d4. And if castles, for example, knight f6.
Knight 6, so we just castle.
You castle, and
threatening knight d2.
Knight d2 or knight c3, and the queen's lost, and then it's all lost because the whole position falls apart for black.
Okay, got it.
I've had games that ended like this, like here, and then like king e8, and I think queen h3. Yeah, like queen h3, and like.
Oh, checkmate. Okay.
Yeah.
And the knight that we have checkmate on d7 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
really strong stuff.
This is like it melts people. But again, if black plays all the best moves, black might be slightly worse. But in general, taking on b2 is just too dangerous. This is just losing completely for black. And if in this position they don't take, they don't take, and instead they go here.
Ooh.
With this, what you play is knight f3.
All right. Okay.
So play knight f3.
My brain is processing everything, and now if queen b2.
Yeah. So if queen, now you at least take a free bishop, and then you play e6, and then you're just completely winning.
Okay.
That's not even.
Yeah, you get an exchange, and like black's none of his pieces are gonna ever develop ever.
Yes.
So.
And then you just slaughter them. So this is considered the move, and this has been the refutation, quote unquote, for this line for a while. Like black is just better here.
All right.
Until recently.
Okay.
Until recently. So take on f5. They're gonna take. And now you play this move c4. c4 is a super challenging computer move.
And this wasn't been discovered with like Leela or like something, right? Like recently.
I don't know who discovered it. I just remember someone played it against me and I was like, what the hell? And I played the very natural looking queen e4 check. And I thought, wow, what a stupid person. They just hung their pawn.
Okay, so queen e2 here?
No. You don't want a queen trade. So just bishop back.
Oh. And if queen takes c4?
What's the move that you play now? They haven't played e6.
Oh, so we play e6.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna get a position where you're down 3 pawns, but you're better.
Yeah.
Like white is better.
All right. I like this. Yeah, I'm just down 3 pawns, but we're better. Yup, got it.
Like, look at the engine. Like, it's saying like knight d2, queen here, rook c1, rook c3, and like white is just better.
Okay. You know,
So-
that's chess sometimes, really.
I've had this in a few games, and you basically like you play like rook h3, rook g3. Sometimes you can walk your king over. You don't even need the castle. Knight e5, knight g5. The problem for black is that despite winning 3 pawns, there are so many weaknesses.
I'm missing my entire chunk of the center, you know? Like, there's just like 3 lines on which I have 0 pawns.
Yep, but it's like +1, and think about that. You're down 3 pawns, but it's +1.
So I technically have like 4 points of advantage.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's still like, you know, you still have to win the
Play,
game.
yeah, obviously I still have to win the game. Yep, got that
And-
part.
The only way you'll win positions like this is just to build experience. Like, you know, you'll have to know that queen c2 just goes to g6 and it's just game over. Knight g5, and then you pick up a couple pawns.
It looks very slightly like the winner of French. That's like the closest opening that I play that I can kind of relate to this.
This looks like such a disaster. I wouldn't dare insult any other opening. Like, this is but we also have to remember, like, when we play c4, if they play e6, this is very challenging. And I think, I'm not even gonna lie, like I usually just castle here and just play like a combination of like a few
Like useful moves, yeah.
like aggressive moves. Like if you really want to go into this and try to memorize it, obviously if they take, this is just mate in 1, so that would be nice. Like that'd be kind of nice, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's gonna happen.
Right, maybe if I go back down to like 1600.
Well, hey, maybe, you know,
Maybe
that's
that's
the
true.
thing. But like there's bishop g5 and bishop d3. Personally, I play bishop g5 more because I find it a lot more fun. What else is there? I mean, there's some lines where after this they decide that it's time to take on b2. Like they've played the move e6.
All right.
Or they play like c5. And then here you just, you know, you need to know like a few kind of extra ideas. I'm trying to give sort of
Yeah, the general. This is the key kind of concepts of this opening.
here's like another line where you can sacrifice. By the way, rook b1 is not even the best move. The best move is rook d1, queen here, queen b3, queen e5, knight e2. So now you're down 3 pawns again, but you have all the development, and white is again better despite being down 3 pawns. So you've lost b2, d4, and e5, but you're still better.
Yeah, love it. Honestly, these are the kind of openings I'm trying to force myself to start playing. So I like this. This is perfect for me.
Yeah. But I will just say, like, I've gotten this line maybe once. Like, no one. Basically, if you get a person who's gonna play e6, like, they're gonna play solid. They're not gonna.
Right.
But then I have a few people who are like, actually, I really like this idea, and this is too early. And now
Okay.
you just shred the position open. And,
Yeah. I have a slight development advantage. Can do this. Got it.
so, h4, h5,
All right.
but there's also h6.
Okay.
And if h6,
Do we play
you go
G4?
G4.
Yeah, just G4? Okay, that's what I was thinking.
yeah, g4, and this is seriously, like, this is seriously problematic for black. Like, black has a few options of where to go. General rule of thumb is if they let you go e6, you should do it.
So if they go bishop h7, for example, we just play e6.
E6 and then trade the bishop so you can damage and
Light
infiltrate.
squares. Yep.
Yeah, and then here there's some theory to learn, but like one day you basically sit down, you open chessbase, you open a computer, and you just study this line like that. That's it, and then
That's
you
chess,
take it.
right? You just study all the lines.
Yeah, but it's worth it because then you start taking people's souls. And
Yeah.
Bishop d7 is like there's a lot of positions. For example, I played Roberto Molina in this very painful match in the I'm Not a GM Speeches Championship, and he played, like, every line he plays allows G4, so he played, like, Queen B6, he played Queen C8 doesn't allow G4, but I would play, like, Bishop E2 and then just try to, like, force it, and he would never go here, because he didn't want to give me the G5 square.
Wait, so do I still castle on the king side in these lines, or do I just ignore, like, castling altogether and maybe castle long?
So there's some really stupid looking positions that might happen. So for example, like you'll play like knight c3. So you don't want to go c4.
Yeah.
You want to play against the c5 break.
Okay. Of course, so bishop e3.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, queen like d2.
Another very useful move is h5.
Right, just locking, yeah, and then preparing maybe f4, g5 at some point if black ever castles on that side.
You basically don't want to let them ever do this, and you also don't want to let them play h5. Like there's lines where black can go here, and you have to take, because if you don't take, then they get the f5 square.
Yep, don't want that to happen. Wait, how does taking help me with the f5 square though?
Well, at least you get a pawn. This is like black's point.
That's right. Okay, I understand. So I get the pawn, but he still gets the f5 square. Yeah, got it.
Yes. So they'll go like, knight e7, knight f5, but they're like, well, you have an extra pawn, but it's stupid because you've doubled your structure. So that's why personally, like, I'm just like, if I have a chance to play h5, I just will. But you do have to be mindful of c5. So you try to stop that first. Maybe they like prepare it. And worst comes to worst, you can get a position that looks like this, where it's like a weaponized French.
Okay.
Like,
yep, better version of the French, honestly.
Like, you play h5, and yeah, you actually can castle kingside. You're actually completely safe because of how much space you have. But it's dangerous.
But then it restricts you from being able to push those pawns forward, right?
Yeah, then in that case, like, you can just castle queenside. Or you can play, like, bishop, and then put your king on, like, f1 or f2. And
got it.
a3, knight b5. But these positions are tricky. Like, I have to say, I was playing Molina in this match, and I had a lot of games that looked good. And, black is never lost. Like, you have to...
Like, yeah, for sure. I mean, like, you're gonna have all of these openings that are, like, good, right? But you still have to play the middle game correctly to get the win. It's not just because you got a win out of the opening. Wow, now your game is gonna be totally a smooth ride. Your opponent's gonna fight back,
You'll get some very, like, good positions, and then exactly, you have to convert them. I've lost some. I lose more games to h6 because it's more.
It feels less forceful, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's more. It's like more long term. Like, you get the space advantage, and then they try to. One of my favorite lines here is like this: bishop d3 takes, and then. Forget exactly what you do here, but like knight f3, and then this is just so miserable for black, this damage structure. They just can't play e5.
Yeah.
It's just...
I mean, it looks great. Like, he's not even just weak on the light squares, he's also weak on the dark squares, because that bishop is not getting out, like, anytime soon.
Yes. The bishop on f8 is just completely miserable. They cannot be developed at all, which is why I think most people have switched to bishop d7.
Okay.
They've switched to going here after g4. But I mean, like I said, queen b6 is a pretty trendy line to kind of not push your h pawn, but then you can just play like knight c3 and g4 and like this. Also a4 a5 if they put their queen on b6. So that's,
this is a good position for white, honestly.
Yeah, like queen b6 is nothing scary. Queen c8 is I've played this before against some grandmasters in Title Tuesday. It doesn't end well. They just completely kill me. Like, I think of all the lines I score the worst against, it's h4, which is one of the reasons I've started playing c5.
Okay.
We can start
Taking a look at it now, yeah.
Yeah, like I've started playing C5. Like I have a course on the Caro, and it's basically completely C5.
Okay.
I don't want to let people play into this misery. And then I have a E4 course for white, which is I'm like, yo, just play H4, just spam this.
Just spam H4, got it.
So taking is good. Black has 2 moves: Knight C6, E6, Knight C6. Knight F3 is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just have to know your theory. Like you have to go and review your lines.
Yeah.
Like Knight F3's
Just a little bit, yeah.
if you want to play Bishop B5 first, there is also some merit to Bishop B5 because it forces Black to play E6.
All right, and this stops their bishop, light square bishop, from coming out. So
Yeah.
now
and
I
then,
can play bishop E3.
Yeah, exactly. And
Uh-huh.
it's equal, but at least they don't get their bishop out.
Got it.
Whereas in the other way, you're letting them get their bishop out. Like
Yeah.
this is just optically, people like this more. The most challenging move that doesn't get played a lot is F4, which is a new.
Ooh, this looks like another Leela line. These are the kind of lines that, you know, when
Yeah.
I started playing chess about 18 years ago, my coaches would have never, ever, ever been like, play F4 here. They would have been like, you gotta go knight to F3, bishop to E3, C3, knight D2, you know, like the classical developing moves. But yeah.
In case anyone is curious, that was a vicious flex, considering you're 21 and you started playing chess when you were 3. It's
Hey,
just
look, I mean, I'm still not as high rated as you are, so it's not about how many years you put into the game, it's about how much effort you put into the game.
I've still been playing chess longer, so you know you still have 2 years. But, yeah, at 3 years old, I was definitely not playing chess. I was barely functioning. But F4 is a fun line, and I mean you basically just very stubbornly hang on to this pawn.
Okay.
Black can win the pawn back with Queen A5 check or E6, and for example here, 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 and here you have to remember a couple of lines like Knight D2 is the best move here. To try to play like Knight E4. But if you learn a few lines of F4, you basically refute Knight C6.
All right.
So,
but you have to know the lines. Like this is this. Okay.
Yeah. Because there's lines where Black will play like this, and then like this, and then like this, and you need to know what specific move order to employ against what setup. Like right now, Bishop E3 is terrible. Because Black has Knight F5, Knight G4 with tempo. No need to allow that. I forgot exactly what even the best move is against Knight H6. I'm not going to lie. I think it's C3 to try to play B4.
Yeah.
I think this is the best move order.
Wow, these pawn structures are going to be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you'll plant the bishop on D4, like in a lot of those lines, to just guard the whole center. Bishop guards the pawn guards the bishop. But yeah, F4 against Knight C6, and like do a little bit of research, take a look at some of like the lines.
Buy your course?
No. I mean, yeah, sure, but no.
Wait, do you show the F4 line in your course?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, you don't need to. Well, I mean, you can, but you also don't need to. www.GothamChess.com if you.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't have to.
Let me give the plug.
You don't have to. Of course. Like Anish Giri did when he had that good Najdorf game at Vaikense. But E6. So E6 is like the main line. This is what all top players are playing. So Wesley So showed against Magnus Carlsen why this is just bad. Frankly, why like grandmasters agree that C5 is just a bad line.
Okay, well, gotta tell that to my 2500 bullet opponents.
Yeah, that's what I always tell Hikaru. I'm like, dude, like it doesn't matter if the meta is that C5 is bad. It's just, you know.
Yeah, like we as plebs, we're just gonna keep playing whatever.
So, against this, there's a few things. There's the very simple, just A3. So A3 is the modern main line, and basically, you can play Queen G4, which is considered like the best move.
Okay.
But you can also just play this position like a normal person. Like you can just play like Knight F3, Bishop D3, B4, Bishop B2, and you just get a very like easy game. Like, this is super simple. There's also a chance they get Greek gifted.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it works in this specific move order, but there's some lines where bishop takes h7, knight g5 is possible and just like wins for white outright. But if not, then you just play like castles and
just defend.
And
yeah.
c4 and like
Okay.
this is a game.
Yeah, it's a game. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna get enough Karos in my life to try out queen g4 and knight f3 too. So, yeah.
Yes, like c5, dc5 with e6 is. I get this a lot, and I'm like, you know what, whatever. Like we'll just do our thing. But I gotta tell you, I think like 90% of my games are bishop f5. I just think that this is just. I mean, I have a. I have I think a FM or IM from Iran in my chat who we played a long bullet match with.
Is
like,
it Mr. Kusha?
Yeah, Mr. Kusha.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Kusha.
he spammed these Caro lines against me, and I was just like, I was feasting because I was just like, these lines are so good for white. I mean, they're just so good.
All right. Well, now I know how to beat Mr. Kusha. Okay.
Yes. So
perfect.
For example, like when I play e4 with white, like I'm just gonna quickly pop it over to. Actually, I won't because then the camera overlay will disappear. But I guess I could show this later in the YouTube video. Against the Caro Kann, I have the highest win percentage, which is 73%. And then, yeah, so bishop f5 on move 3, I've faced 222 times, 71% win rate. And then c5, I faced 80 times, and that's 74%. So 71 and 74%. And yeah, when you go to h4, h6 and h5 are both 73 and 71. Let's put it this way. If you're winning over 70% of your games against an opening...
That opening is probably not very good.
Which means that, I mean...
Or you know... No. Actually, you know your openings perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
Yeah.
c5, like, I will say this. c5 is not the meta at the super GM level, but we're not super GMs. And so... if you're 1600, c5 is a fantastic weapon. In fact, it's significantly better of a weapon than bishop f5. But, you know, some 1600s are purists, so they're like, I don't want to play anything that's meta bad, even though nobody can punish me for it.
What even is the meta right now? Like, I don't even know. I haven't even kept
Meta's just e4, e5, and e4, c5. But
okay.
It's probably more e4, e5 than anything else. Nobody's playing the Caro Kann because of how good the advanced variation is. Very few people go into this.
Of course.
But when they do, you know, you take your slightly worse position, and then you...
try to make something happen from it.
Yeah, and then like the best way to learn. I'm trying to go. I don't remember the last time I played a Caro Kann actually.
Wait, what? You don't play the Karo anymore as black?
No. I mean, like I'm trying to find a game from my history which I was white and it was a Caro. Yeah, a lot of people just don't really play. No, people just don't really play the Caro. But that's what you would do. Like you would play the prep. And then you would just go back and analyze, and you would just be like, okay, where did I forget my theory?
Yeah.
And then how does the computer win those positions faster? There's other stuff, like for example, the one gambit that you can try to play against the Caro Kann is like Black Mardemer, so f3. You catch a lot of people in bullet because they'll be pre-moving, and then you'll just get the center. But like, you know, you get your ef3, knight f3, bishop, castle, bishop out. But this is a much better blitz weapon.
Okay.
At least at 2400.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played blitz in a while, so I'm actually gonna take a short break from playing chess because I'm so burnt out. But these are some openings that I'm definitely gonna be looking at in the meantime.
You should just play chess based on these openings.
Oh, like, true. Honestly, yeah.
Openings are a pretty good breath of fresh air.
That's true. You know, like just finding an opening that you really want to play. Like I've always played the Spanish, right? Like, you know me. Like I'm like a Spanish one trick. So
if you learn the Vienna, that's another, you know. That's free elo right there.
Free elo right there. Okay. Once again, GothamChess courses.
No, I mean, there's also a YouTube video that's pretty just, you know, free and available. That like watching, if you learn e4, e5, you'll also start destroying people. It's just a lot of fun. But yeah, like you go for e4 c6, and I mean there's a lot of like really disrespectful lines, like you can play this queen f3.
So do you spend like all of your time just like looking up what other people have played and like openings and stuff? Because you're way more knowledgeable about openings than I am.
I don't know where it comes from. I mean, I think it's just, yeah, like I just enjoy seeing like random lines that somebody has played, and then I just go and play it. And
all right.
So,
that is respect. I mean, like, somebody says, like, Nemo, he's an I am. Yeah, but I'm a woman grandmaster. I don't know anything about openings. Like, it's two completely different approaches.
It's like, well, yeah, I mean, I always joke, like, with Anna, I'm always like, I don't understand. Like, you don't play any blitz or bullets, so you don't just go full degenerate mode and, like, play a bunch of different openings. Like, people just have, like, very classical repertoires. And
yeah.
That's completely fine, but... yeah, I basically look at like, you know, like when you go to the database, like the main lines are not, they're not what's challenging now. Like you have to look at what's been played recently, and like E5 is basically just played recently. There's also the fantasy variation, just not bad, but I can't hate on. I mean, I always play E5.
Yeah, E5. Advanced variation is always going to be the best. Like the Karo isn't supposed to, you know, work. Wait, what's your win rate as black with the Karo then? Because you have such a good win rate against it as white.
The thing is, it's a little bit skewed because I play subscribers.
Oh, true, and they are all yeah, got it.
So. H4 scores the best by far against me. So
okay.
When people play knight f3, like on move 4 with white, it's like 60% score with black, and then when people play h4, it's like 41-57. But that's also skewed because I play, like, again, I play subs, and subs will play h4, and then subs will lose all their pieces.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you can play anything against subs and probably win, but yeah.
Yeah, like, but when GMs play h4 against me, it's a lot harder. I always mess around with something, and then we just have some dumb games.
It sounds like chess, you know, like, you know, against lower rated people, you can kind of do whatever and win, and then against grandmasters, it doesn't matter what you do, they'll just clap you anyways.
Yeah, I've also just equalized that of the opening, and then I've lost. Or you get a good position and you lose, and then it counts as a loss, and that skews everything. So. Yep. But yeah, I mean, that was a pretty fast and effective weapon against the Caro. Now you just have to go play games. I'm gonna be really disappointed if you like retire from chess after this. Like, now you have to play.
Oh, I don't know if you heard about my whole 2600 challenge thing.
No.
Okay, so I was supposed to get 2600 end of March, and guess who did not hit 2600? It was 2600 or quit chess.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and then you messaged me like last night, like as I was gonna end stream, like, yo, lesson tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, this sounds good.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, but it's okay. I'm probably just gonna take like a 2-week break from playing chess.
You can also just keep playing chess, and then it's like it never happened.
Yeah, that's true. We just slide this one under the table, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No one will know that this happened.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Well, that was. I mean, yeah. That's my favorite way to play against the Caro.
I appreciate it. Thank you for showing it to me.
Yeah, no problem. And if you want to do, I mean, opening prep, or we can figure out, I don't know, some opening themes match. Definitely down to do that as well.
I need to figure out how to play against your Vienna. Like, I just can't deal with your Vienna right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
that I won't show.
That you won't show? Okay, that's where we draw the line.
Yeah, no, I can't. I mean, that would be.
Yeah, you can't show your own prep, of course, but don't worry. I will next time. This time, I'm taking matches so much more seriously, and like I'm actually doing preparation now. Like, so I have learned my lesson. I don't want to get humiliated again.
No, that's all good. I've been playing a lot of the Schliemann Rue Lopez after our match.
Wait, what's the Schliemann Rue
like
Lopez?
Bishop B5 F5?
Isn't that the Yanish?
Yeah. Yanish.
Okay, Yanish. Okay.
Yeah, this is
another line
great.
I need to look at and prepare against because one of my friends plays this against me all the time too. So.
Friends, yeah.
Friends, yeah. Okay, to be fair, yesterday, the last couple of days, there've been a bunch of my friends just stream sniping me in bullet and making sure I don't hit 2600. So, also huge thanks to them for not making me hit 2600.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's those are messed up friends, my god.
Yeah, with friends like these, I don't know how I'm supposed to get anywhere in bullet.
It's fucked up. Oh my god. Terrible. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, you could just like pay subs to. I mean, you know, it's like
Yeah, we could
find yourself a Ukrainian GM who will just give you some points.
Levy's over there like, yeah. Just do that, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, thank you very much for that piece of advice.
To hit 26. I gotta get me a Ukrainian GM I can farm.
Did he hit 3000 already?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like not an actual bullet. I hit 3000 in hyper bullet. So
wait, that counts.
I mean,
like bullet is bullet, right? Bullet is bullet.
Chess.com will make a hyper bullet rating pretty soon.
because of you. Got it. Time for me to pick up hyper bullet then.
Yeah. All right, this
Thank
was
you.
fun. If anybody watching below like 2000 was inspired by these openings today, I can essentially guarantee y'all that you will win basically all the games that you play. Yeah. So.
And anybody above 2000, I can guarantee
it'll be harder.
You will lose half of most of the games you play. So
you'll get good positions, but then you might not.
Yeah, you might not be able to convert. You will probably end up letting your opponent come back because you just don't keep the tempo up. Yup. So these openings are a lot better. This was actually entirely for chat, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Not so much for me because. Yeah.
Karo players have their hands full, but remember everybody that at the end of the day, it's not about Karo, it's about the art of the tempo, and it's about Gambit. So you've got to learn the art of the tempo, and you've got to learn. Nemo, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
All right.
Just okay. I didn't know if you were just like, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
No, I think I would know what. Wait, what? Do I know what you're talking about?
Oh, probably not. That's okay. That's okay. Chat will explain it. I don't want to go on record saying it. I don't know if I'm going to get like clipped out of context, but it was from the Wired article, basically.
Oh, right. I did read that. Okay, oh, it's a quote from. Okay, I think I know now. Yeah, I think I remember now. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, and best of luck with everything. Hope you hit 3000. Well, I mean, you're already 3000, so I guess next step is 3000 blitz too.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You got this.
Have a good rest of your stream. Hi to your community, and I guess bye to your community. And we'll talk soon.
All right, see ya. Have a great day. Peace. Bye. Levy 3000 challenge. Yeah, Levy's gonna do a 3000 or quit chess challenge.